Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for the national anthem, please. Ashley, Rebecca.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Miss Anna Loftus, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. Our graduates have certainly earned the right for a special evening, so please, I ask you to turn off your cell phones or put them on silent, please, so we can have an interrupted ceremony. Thank you, I appreciate it. This is not a high school graduation, because our students walked with their class last year at their respective high schools. This is also not a college graduation, because our students graduated from college Saturday on May 7th. What this is a special celebration of achievement and accomplishment by a very special group of young scholars. This is about the whole community of Dearborn coming together to celebrate these students. These students 3 years ago, as 10th graders, took the chance, took a leap of faith, enrolled in a program that was unique to Dearborn back then 3 years ago, something called the Collegiate Academy, where they had the opportunity to earn both their high school diploma and their associate from Henry Ford College. A lot of people have played a big role in these students' accomplishments, so allow me, I want to take a couple minutes to acknowledge the people that really mattered for these students. My fellow high school principals, they couldn't make it with us. Ms. Hiyam al-Qadri from Forston High School, Mr. Chuck Boffman from Dearborn High School, and Mr. Scott Casebolt from Edsel High School. We need to give them a hand. Scott Casebolt is in the back. Thank you, Mr. Casebolt. Everybody played a role. The high school staff, the counselors, the middle school teachers, everybody played a huge role. As you know, I have to admit the one person on the stage who had the least role to play with these students is me. Yet I'm the one standing here addressing you. I feel honored and privileged. Thank you for having us. I will take a couple minutes to acknowledge our special guests on the stage with us. In no particular order, Dr. Michael Mead, Secretary of the Dearborn Board of Education, Ms. Roxanne McDonald, Trustee of the Dearborn Board of Education, Ms. Mary Peshlakov, Trustee of Board of Education, Dr. Stan Jensen, President of Henry Ford College, Mr. Brian Winston, Superintendent of State of Michigan, Dr. Glenn Maleko, Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools, Ms. Shannon Peterson, Executive Director of Student Achievement, Mr. Tom Wall, Executive Director of Business Services, Ms. Ruth Bankhead, Director of Human Resources, Ms. Rosa Dubailey, Director of ELL Department. You all know Ms. Robin Armstrong, the Council of the Collegiate Academy. And a special guest all the way from California, Dr. Gail Schenkman. Our graduates have collectively earned 2,955 college credits. The average completion was 62 credits per graduate, and they did this while maintaining a college GPA of 3.1. 46 will be moving on to a four-year institution of their choice after earning, at my last count, $880,000 in scholarship monies. Their success happened because we have such a great partners at Henry Ford College. With that, please help me welcome Dr. Stan Jensen, President of Henry Ford College.
Thank you so much. First of all, of course, congratulations to our graduates this evening. What a wise thing to do. And of course, congratulations to your family, your parents, and everyone here to help celebrate this together. Really briefly, what a great partnership. Already been mentioned, but great vision of our board, and certainly the partnership starting with Brian Winston, continuing now with Glenn Maleko, and I appreciate their friendship and their partnership a great deal. I just have one thing to share with you, and that is a number one principle for me. I build a lot of teams, and through the years built about 850 what they call process improvement teams. The number one rule of team building is a rule garnered from football, and that is an obvious rule, and that is you don't tackle people with the same colored jerseys on. Would you agree? Can you remember that? Right? Don't tackle people with what would you do in a football game if that happened? Probably have a little chat, right? Say, no, a lot of tackling to do, but don't tackle family members, don't tackle friends, don't tackle in your future employment, people around you at work, your next college, classmates there. Maybe have to tackle discouragement, do that. Tackle unnecessary fear, do away with that, but don't tackle people on the same team. And my greatest congratulations to you, and my greatest wishes for your great success in the future. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Leadership is not about title or designation. It's impact, influence, and inspiration. Impact involves getting results. Influence is about spreading the passion you have for your work and doing it all while inspiring all around you. These are just some of the leadership traits of Dr. Glenn Maleko, Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools.
Good evening, everyone. Very excited to be here. It's a very exciting night as we take part in the first commencement ceremonies for the Henry Ford Collegiate Academy. I want to welcome all the parents, family members, special guests, staff, and of course the students. I want to thank the Board of Education for their support, the trustees that are here that have been mentioned. I want to thank Dr. Jensen for the excellent partnership with the college. Of course, we also have our special guests here, Mr. Whiston and Dr. Gail Schenkman, who started the Collegiate Academy a few years back with the idea of helping students. So again, thank you to them. Graduates, how does it feel to finally reach this night? Pretty good, I'm sure. Yeah, I heard someone say that. Anytime you set out to accomplish a goal, there is always a great sense of personal satisfaction when you achieve that goal. Sometimes you have to wait a little longer, but the benefit is usually worth the wait. Last year, most of your peers took part in their high school graduation, while you still had a full year of school in front of you. As your friends talked about plans for their first year of college, you could only listen and plan for your 13th year of school. But now your friends are only wrapping up their first year of college, while you are graduating with your high school diploma and an associate degree, or up to 2 years of college credit under your belt. You are now a whole year ahead of your former classmates. And oh, by the way, you didn't pay a dime for those college credits. Pretty good deal, right? Congratulations on taking advantage of a very smart opportunity. How you use this advantage in the future, though, will be up to you. Some may choose to enter the workforce. Some may choose to go on to serve our country in the armed forces, maybe complete a certification or an apprenticeship program. Or for a majority of you, continue your learning at a 4-year university. Whichever direction you choose, know your experience here at the Collegiate Academy has provided you with the tools to be successful and prepared you to take on a new challenge in the world. I want to acknowledge and thank those who have helped you achieve your educational goal. I want to mention the principals from these high schools, Mr. Falala, of course, but importantly, your teachers. From the very start of this program, you have been very fortunate to have a great counselor to help you along the way, Ms. Armstrong. Thank you. You have also had a great group of teachers, not only from Dearborn Public Schools, but also from Henry Ford College. To all the teaching professionals associated with the Collegiate Academy, I want to thank all of them. Of course, we can't do this alone. Your success is a direct result of the love and support your family has provided you since the day you were born. Parents, grandparents, godparents, aunts, uncles, I see a lot of them here. Thank you for all your understanding of the value and importance of education and for always supporting your children, the students who are here today. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The purpose of life is to live it, to taste it, to experience it to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience." Tonight you celebrate a great accomplishment. You are ready to now, without fear, reach out to a new and even richer experience. From the bottom of my heart, congratulations and all the best to you in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Maliko. 10 years ago, we in Dearborn had a new superintendent come. I remember it was August. We were meeting as administrators to plan for the upcoming school year. Mr. Brian Whiston was a new superintendent. He walked into our meeting, and he told us that one of his goals was free college education for all Dearborn students. This was a time when the state was reducing funding for public schools. Financially, things were bad and were getting worse. And Mr. Winston wanted to pay for college as well. Brian Winston had a vision. He also had the unshaken belief in our community and our students. Of course, it helped, he told me, I can say this, that he had the right people around him to see his vision through. Dedicated professionals like Dr. Gail Schenkman, who made sure and would not give up till that vision was achieved. To both, we owe our gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, when the world is in the midst of change, when adversity and opportunity are almost indistinguishable, This is a time for visionary leadership. Visionary leadership like Mr. Brian Wistent, the great state of Michigan State Superintendent. Please help me welcome him.
Thank you, Majid, and Robin, and Dr. Maleko for inviting me to be a participant this evening. And I know this evening is about the staff of both the college and the P12, but most importantly, you students and your family. But I hope you let us up here celebrate a little bit too, because this is an exciting evening for us. You see, we had a vision many years ago, or even a dream, of creating a program that would allow students to go to college, graduate from high school with a college credit, with a college degree and a high school diploma. And you are that vision. And so we're kind of excited up here too. So I hope you'll let us celebrate a little bit as well. So congrats to you and to your families. As I said a few years ago, 8 years ago, we had a vision for Dearborn schools, and that was to have access to an innovative program that was a partnership between our schools, the community college, and most importantly, you. The idea was to have students graduate in 5 years from a high school with a high school degree and a 2-year college degree at no cost to the students and to the families. Thus, the Henry Ford Collegiate Academy was born. And quite frankly, parents who are sitting out there today, I think Dr. Shankman and I remember the first meeting with you. You said, what's the catch? It can't really be free college. You said you were a little confused about when to have a graduation party. Do you have it at the 4th year when they graduate with their high school friends, or do they do it when they graduated for college? And I think our answer was, we're saving you $5 to $20 grand a year, do 2 parties. All right, students, did you get 2 parties out of this or only 1? Oh, parents, come on now. You need to get another party out of this. But thank you for students and families for your leap of faith, for trying this new venture, and now you're being rewarded for that leap in faith. I'm sure it wasn't always easy, and for nothing that we ever accomplished that is great or of value is easy. It's through those struggles and the hard work that truly we appreciate our achievements. I'd like to thank Henry Ford College and our Board of Ed for their help in forging this partnership, and most importantly to the families and to you students for having the courage to try something new and to forge a new path that was different. You may not know some of the names that I'm about to mention, but I think you need to hear them because it was through them that this opportunity was made available to you. And it's the original Board of Education that started this program, names like Daryl Donaldson and Pam Adams and Jim Schoolmaster and Amy Shellis and Joe Guido, Sharon Dolmage and Mary Lane, and then quickly joined by Mary Petchlikoff and Roxanne McDonald, who were there from the beginning, and current board members Mariam Bazzi, Mike Mead, and Fadwa Hamoud, who have continued the vision forward. And to Dr. Jensen and to your team, Tracy Perner, and to the rest of your team, I know there's challenges when we created the partnership, but the college always said we're going to do what's best for kids. And I thank you, Dr. Jensen, for your vision, your hard work, and for making this happen. And I have to say a special thank you to Dr. Gail Shankman. I'm sure all of you wish we would just stop speaking and you could celebrate, but we do need to take some time to understand how this program was started. See, I had a vision when I took on this job to create this program, but I needed someone who had a plan to make that vision happen, and that was Dr. Gail Shankman. Dr. Shankman, please stand. It was her hard work, her planning, working with Tracy Perner and the rest of the people that you've heard about here tonight. It was their hard work who made this happen. And I want to really leave you with a message and that message is never give up. See, we were told, no, we can't do this program. We were told we can't provide this opportunity, this free college for you. And the partners up here said, we're not going to take that, no. And we went back to work and we kept pushing and kept working till we got it approved so that you would have this opportunity. So that's an important message. Don't give up just because you hear no. Continue to fight for what you believe in with passion and with a conviction that what you're doing is right. Because we up here didn't give up, you got this opportunity to get 2 free years of college. You forged that path that now hundreds of more students who will follow you will have that opportunity because you had the courage to do it. You truly forged a path that other students will follow, and I hope you understand the importance of you doing that, and parents, you having the faith that what we provided to you was not a gimmick and really was an opportunity to graduate in 5 years with a college degree and a high school credit at no cost to you. So my closing words are, thank you for taking advantage of this opportunity. Thanks for being trailblazers, and continue to do that as you take the next step in your lives. And I'm going to ask you, what problem do you want to solve as you move forward? And I'd ask you to solve that problem and give back to the community. And remember that there were people in your past that helped create your future, and that I hope when you have the opportunity to give back and help others create a future, that you will do the same. Thank you, and truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for helping our vision come true.
Thank you, Mr. Weston. Our first student speaker is Ms. Marwa Nassar. Marwa?
Good evening, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the graduating class of 2016. We stand here today on the cliff of the future. It begins here, it begins today. We have come a long way since we first accepted the letter of approval from the Collegiate Academy. I immigrated to the United States sophomore year of high school, seeking the best education opportunity I can ever attain. And this program has opened so many doors to seeking my mission. Like many other students, I was hesitant to be part of the new program, yet I took the opportunity, confident enough that great things await us. I still remember the excitement drawn on my face the second I picked up my mail from my mailbox and spotted the envelope. It was indeed the best choice I have ever taken towards my academic achievement. The Collegiate Academy has benefited all of us in so many ways, either financially, academically, or socially. We stand here today as the first graduating class of this program, as there comes along greater successful classes awaiting to graduate. The Collegiate Academy, however, only succeeded with the hard work of its board members. As a student of the first class, I owe a big gratitude to our counselor and more like a mother, Miss Armstrong. She has dedicated most of her time for the sake of our success and to make sure we were all on track to graduate, even if that meant turning in the purple forms or the progress reports, the students would know. We stand here today as adults with great ambitions and passions inside each and every one of us. The world anticipates a great motivated generation with big dreams yet to come true. And as Henry Ford says, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Congratulations, class of 2015-16. I wish nothing but the best for you all.
Thank you, Marwa. My apologies for the mistake in the program. I was given the wrong information. Our next student speaker is Ms. Kautar Fouani. Kautar?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Henry Ford Collegiate Academy graduation ceremony. Allow me to cherish this moment forever, because success is something we all have in common here, a goal we all set to reach throughout our lifetime. At the end of my sophomore year in high school, I can remember feeling like I was jumping into a pool, not knowing how deep when I applied for this program. Standing here today in front of all these wonderful students, I shared this experience with. I can truly say from the bottom of my heart that this is the best decision I've ever made. Why? Because being a part of the first class of the HFCA provoked more great decisions and helped me find out what I'm really capable of. I'm sure all my classmates can agree with the struggle of full-time classes we took and with all the all-nighters we pulled to study for tests that we never thought we would be taking so soon. I'm sorry, Mom, for all the attitude you had to put up with, from the anxiety caused by the long, stressful semesters. You're my #1 fan, and you'll never know how much all those tears of a proud mother really mean to me. To my brothers Mo and Haas, I love you guys so much, my 2 soldiers, my biggest motivators. I can honestly say I would have never made it here in one piece without you two. Thank you so much, Ms. Armstrong. For all your hard work that I know I could never handle for a day in my life. Thank you for the time you spent with us, connecting on a personal level, and I thank you so much for never letting us feel alone. I thank each and every one of my friends and supporters. And to the HFCA class of 2016, always remember that we were the guinea pigs for this program, and most importantly, there would have been nothing to prove our doubters wrong. I'd like to end my speech with a verse from the Quran that held me up in all the times I was down. Verily, with hardship comes ease. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Kautar. Before we present the diplomas for our graduates, I would like to take a moment to recognize the students that have completed or on their way to complete their associate degree from Henry Ford College. So please hold your applause till I'm done calling the names. Students, as I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Yusuf Abdouni, Aya Abu Salah, Muhammad Al-Hamadi, Amal Ali, Daniel Kahwaji, Maryam Al-Kazzal, Samar Al-Riyashi, Samantha Anderson, Anna Antonelli, Michael Baidoun, Kyla Bazzi, Jeremy Burks, Ali Shammout, Diala Dabaja, Muhammad Alder, Adri Al-Madari, Lamis Faraj, Carlos Fernandez, Kautar Fouani, Tyler Franks, Amani Hammoud, Fatmi Hammoud, Hussein H. Hammoud, Hussein M. Hammoud, Hannah Joyner, Shadi Qasim, Ashley Klimkowitz, Rebecca Krasicki, Brandon Lincoln, Michael Macled, Brendan McDonald, Caroline Marcone, Amr Muhammad, Brendan Moody, Emma Mouradian, Zahra Mughniyi, Marwa Nassar, Madison Neff, Alison Phillips, Christian Planka, Rabi' Salami, Kayla Sims, Justin Stroney, Sarah Talib, Christopher Turnbull, Austin Watson, Yasmin Waza, and Ms. Morgan Wood. Give them a hand, please. Please be seated. I now call on wonderful Collegiate Academy Counsel, Ms. Robin Armstrong, to help me call on the graduates' names. Armstrong?
While they're coming to the podium, I just want to say what it has been just an absolute honor to work with these students. Yes, I've called them my guinea pigs, but the graduating guinea pigs. Yusuf Abdouni. Amal Ali. Danya Al-Kawaji. Maryam Al-Khazal. Summer Al-Riashi. Samantha Anderson. Anna Antonelli. Michael Baydoun. Kyla Bazzi. Jeremy Burks. Ali Shamut. Diala Dabaja. Mohammed Elder. Adria El-Madari. Carlos Fernandez. Kothar Fawani. Tyler Franks. Amani Hamoud. Fatmi Hamoud. Ashley Klimkevich. Rebecca Krasicki. Michael Macklid. Brendan McDonald. Caroline Marcone. Amr Mohammed. Emma Moradian. Zara Mugni. Marwa Nasser. Madison Neff. Allison Phillips. Christian Planka. Robbie Salome. Kyla Sims. Justin Stroney. Christopher Turnbull. Austin Watson. Yasmin Waza. And Morgan Wood. Congratulations, graduates. You make me very proud.
Thank you, Ms. Armstrong. Let's give our graduates one more hand, please. The Collegiate Academy is only one of several unique programs offered by Dearborn schools. For that, as Mr. Weston and the speakers before me said, we have to thank the commitment of time and effort given by our Board of Education. Representing the Dearborn Board of Education is Roxanne McDonald.
I know you're ready to get on with the celebration, but we're almost done. Good evening. It is my pleasure tonight to welcome you all here, parents, staff, and students, many of whom of the students I know personally. I've watched you grow into strong, capable young men and women. And on behalf of the entire Board of Education, I'd like to thank you for coming this evening to celebrate this exciting day. I'd also like to extend again a very sincere thank you to our special guests who have traveled across the state and across the country to be here tonight, because this evening is so special to them, because this program means a lot, and because these students in particular represent the fruition of many years of hard work that began with a vision to help our students and their families achieve a dream of college success without the burden, the financial burden that often accompanies that success. Pioneers? Okay, in a room full of Thunderbirds and tractors and pioneers, I need to be a little clear. I'm not talking about Dearborn High students. I'm talking about trailblazers and risk takers and innovators. And yes, guinea pigs. These are just a few of the words that are often used to describe those who break ground and try something new for the first time. And except for maybe the guinea pig comment, these words describe more than just a person's actions. They describe their character. They describe your character. This evening, we are here to celebrate the hard work of these students and their dedication to making this program work. It's also important to shine a spotlight on their accomplishments so everyone can see the great rewards that come to those who step outside of the norm, who try something new, and who are courageous enough to endeavor, or to be an innovator, to be a risk taker, and to be a pioneer. Students, I'm sure when you were thinking about entering this program, we've heard that you may have heard some disparaging words or some discouraging comments from your peers and from others. Thank you for not listening to the naysayers. Thank you for not listening to those who said, you can't do it. Thank you for having the confidence in your own talents and your skills and your abilities to become part of Henry Ford Collegiate Academy. As you complete your journey and embark on the next, remember there will always be those that are afraid of change, that don't want to venture outside the norm, and that are unwilling to try something different. That's nothing new. I'm sure the early explorers who set across the oceans in small wooden ships driven only by the power of the wind and using simple compasses to steer their course heard many discouraging comments. But the risk and the hard work and their ability to see a task through paid off with great rewards. Can you imagine if Susan B. Anthony or Neil Armstrong or Barack Obama listened to those who said a woman shouldn't vote, or you can never land a man on the moon, or an African American cannot be president? These great pioneers and those who supported them had the confidence in their abilities to take the first step and break new ground. There are other words associated with those pioneers. We call them heroes, and we call them role models, and that's what you are. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not follow where a path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Students, you are the very first class to graduate from the Henry Ford Collegiate Academy. Be proud of that. Take with you in life the same courage, the same sense of adventure, and the same willingness to explore new opportunities. Your journey has taken you where there was no path, and now there is a trail that you left, a trail that we hope many more will follow. Congratulations. I wish you all much success, happiness in the days ahead. Your futures are indeed bright. Thank you.
Thank you, Roxanne. A final word for our graduates. I appreciate every one of our speakers coming up here and tell you how you're going to move forward and change the world and all that kind of business, and you should. But tonight, by all means, take time to reflect and enjoy this moment. You've earned it. Live the moment, be the moment, and enjoy your moment. Ladies and gentlemen, after I graduate our students, I'm going to ask you to remain seated. I will ask the stage to exit first, then I will exit our students, then you may join them in the lobby for pictures. So students, stand please. By the power vested in me, by the Dearborn Board of Education, I now pronounce you graduates of Forston High School, Edsel Ford High School, Dearborn High School, and the Collegiate Academy. Congratulations. Please sit down. Yes.